Luke embodies the quintessential reserved, geeky artist. Attractive yet too timid to recognize it, he's a 19-year-old freshman art student who finds solace in his sketchpads rather than the limelight. Lean and introspective, Luke is gentle and perceptive, gravitating toward life's quieter edges. Unlike his siblings, he inherits his mother's Italian roots, sporting striking Mediterranean traits: dark hair, olive skin, and deep, expressive brown eyes. Then there's Ryan, Luke's polar opposite. 8 years his senior, Ryan is Luke's older brother and Bobby's closest pal. Bold, captivating, and sculpted like the football hero he is, Ryan stands tall and broad-shouldered, with blonde hair and sharp blue eyes that could grace a billboard. After high school, Ryan hustled for years to sustain himself before landing a college football scholarship, a world apart from Luke's more sheltered life. With his commanding build, outgoing charisma, and effortless grin, Ryan naturally draws every eye in the room. Luke, meanwhile, had long been fine watching Ryan from a distance, until a steamy encounter flipped the script. Now, the two are officially together and things are heating up fast.
The rest of that weekend slipped by like a dream. Smooth, uneventful, almost too normal after everything that went down. Saturday night's passion lingered in my bones, a secret glow I carried through Sunday morning. Ryan stuck around for breakfast, chatting with Dad about football stats while I stole glances at him across the table, my heart still racing from the cabana. But then he had to leave. Off to visit his mom, he said, with a quick squeeze of my shoulder as he grabbed his bag. Not before Bobby pulled off a masterstroke, though. He and Ryan were lingering over breakfast, coffee cups in hand, while I hovered nearby with my toast, pretending not to eavesdrop. I heard it clear as day. Bobby said, casual as anything. So, Luke, you said you're not happy with your workout program, right? I froze mid-bite, my heart skipping like a stone across water. Bobby turned to Ryan, all smooth and sly. Could you spend an hour with him this week to help out? I've got 2 assignments due, so I'm no use to him. Ryan grinned, that easy charm lighting up his face, and said,
I'd love to. I'll make time.
Then Chrissy, obviously clueless to what was really going on, interjected, like the busybody she always is. Yeah, Luke, you can't hang out with Emma and Carol all the time. It's time you made some new friends. Mom nodded, stirring her tea. Dad grunted approval over his newspaper, and Ellie giggled about her syrup-soaked pancakes, oblivious. I just stared at my plate, knowing those two had cooked it up, a perfect cover to get me and Ryan together without anyone blinking an eye. Bobby even shot me a wink as I shuffled off to refill my juice, and I nearly dropped the glass. Now it's Wednesday, 3 days later, and I'm walking across campus to the gym, my heart pounding so loud I can barely hear my own thoughts over the thump, thump, thump. I tug at the drawstrings of my gray sweatpants, trying to look calm, but I'm a total wreck inside. My palms are sweaty, my stomach's doing flips, and every step feels like I'm marching towards something huge. 3 days ago, I woke up tangled in Ryan's arms, his breath warm on my neck, his heartbeat steady against my back, and I've been counting down every second to this moment since then. Our first real date. Not some stolen midnight tryst, but something planned, something out in the world. The gym looms ahead, all glass and steel, pulsing with college energy. Laughter echoing, weights clanging, the steady hum of treadmills filling the air. I push through the doors, the cool AC hitting my face, and there he is, Ryan leaning against a weight rack in a black tank top that hugs his chiseled chest like a second skin, showing off every hard curve of his pecs and shoulders, and shorts that reveal his strong, sculpted legs, a shift from his usual jeans and tee look. He adjusts a dumbbell, biceps rippling, with power, veins popping under his tanned skin, blonde hair catching the light like a golden crown. He's hot as hell, a walking dream that makes my knees weak. Then he spots me. His grin is warm, steady, hitting me like a quiet storm in my chest. He walks over, calm and sure, and hugs me right there in the open, arms strong, but gentle around me, saying softly,
Hey, Lukey babe.
He steps back, eyes locked on mine, and I'm stunned, mouth dry, heart pounding, at how he carries himself, sensing I might feel self-conscious. His steady, muscled presence makes me dizzy, and I have to grip the doorframe before I collapse right there. My cheeks burn like fire, and I'm hyper-aware of my scrawny arms poking out of my t-shirt, the way my clothes hang loose and baggy while his show off every inch of muscle like a damn sculpture. The gym's packed. Guys slapping hands, shouting greetings, girls tossing flirty smiles at Ryan from the cardio machines. "Mitchell, my man," one guy yells, a beefy dude with a crew cut, and Ryan nods, cool as ever. Another calls, "Good to see you, bro." And he flashes that easy smile, all teeth and charisma. He's a regular here, the football star everyone knows, a king in this sweaty kingdom, and I'm just me. Shy, awkward, a fish flopping on dry land. I hover near the water fountain, pretending to adjust my shoelace. But then he turns back to me, and that wink, those little glances he sneaks my way, they're just for me. It's like he's whispering through the noise. You're the one I want, and my heart leaps. So high, I swear, it might burst out of my chest.
Ready to get started?
He asks, stepping closer, and I nod too fast, my voice stuck somewhere in my throat. We start with bench presses. I lie back on the padded bench, the bar cold and hard against my palms, and Ryan stands over me, spotting, his shadow falling across my face.
Keep your elbows in,
he says, his hands brushing my arms as he adjusts my form, strong fingers guiding me. His touch lingers too long, fingertips grazing my skin in a way that's not just helpful. It's intimate, lover-like, a secret promise in every press. My body reacts fast. A twitch in my pants I pray he doesn't see, but the way his eyes flicker, I wonder if he does. He leans closer, whispering,
"You've got this, babe."
And his breath tickles my ear, sending shivers down my spine that ripple all the way to my toes. I'm weak for it, my arms trembling under the weight even though I feel awkward about my skinny frame next to his power.
"Look at you, already lifting so much,"
he adds, his voice so soft. It's like a caress, and I melt, knowing he doesn't care about my flaws. He loves me like this. I push the bar up, grunting, and he cheers.
"That's it, Lukey,"
making me flush even harder. Next, we hit the squat rack, tucked in the corner near the mirrors. He stands behind me, hands on my hips, guiding me down into the motion.
"Push through your heels,"
he says, but his fingers press too firm, sliding just a hair lower than they should, tracing the curve of my waist with a touch that's too deliberate. My legs shake, not from the weight, but from him. My knees wobbling as heat pools low in my gut. I catch his reflection in the mirror, his grin, his eyes locked on me, drinking me in. Then I see it. A bulge in his shorts, straining the fabric, growing as he watches me move. His breath hitching just a little. He's happy out here with me, even if no one knows what we are. I'm overwhelmed. His popularity, my shyness, the sheer size of him towering over me, but his subtle signals keep me grounded. He leans in again, his chest brushing my back, whispering,
"You're so sexy when you focus."
And I nearly drop the bar, my hands slipping until he steadies me with a chuckle.
"Careful, babe."
And I'm his, completely. We move to dumbbell curls, side by side now, facing the wall of mirrors.
"Slow and controlled,"
he says, his hand cupping my elbow, guiding me up through the motion. His touch is warm and sure, lingering as he adjusts my wrist, his thumb brushing my skin in a way that's too tender, too knowing. My arm trembles. Not from the dumbbell, but from the pulse. I feel growing in my pants. A heat I can't hide. I glance at him and his shorts are tighter, that bulge more obvious now. a thick outline that makes my mouth water. He catches my eye in the mirror and winks, murmuring,
"You're driving me crazy, you know that?"
so quiet only I can hear. I blush hard, loving every second, even as I feel like a twig next to his oak tree build. His charm, easy with everyone, special with me, is pure magic, and I'm hooked,
"Let's do one more set."
he says, and I nod, eager to please him, my biceps burning, but my heart burning, hotter. We're back at the bench for a final round when Jeff Sullivan walks by, one of Ryan's teammates, one of the jerks who wanted him gone for being gay, all muscle and sneer, strutting past like he owns the place. Ryan's spotting me again, hands steady above the bar when Jeff mutters, loud enough for us to hear, "Careful, Mitchell, don't get too cozy with the twink." My stomach plunges, a cold knot twisting inside me. Ryan's jaw tightens, his eyes narrowing, and he snaps,
"Fuck off, Jeff."
his voice, sharp, cutting through the gym noise like a blade. Jeff smirks, a nasty curl to his lips, and saunters off toward the lockers. But I feel his eyes, lingering like a threat, watching us from the corner. My hands shake as I rack the bar, and Ryan squeezes my shoulder, whispering,
"Ignore him, babe. He's nothing."
but when we finish, sweaty, muscles aching, done for the day, I notice Jeff leaving too, trailing us out the doors like a dark cloud. My nerves twitch hard, and I can't shake the unease. Ryan wipes his brow with the hem of his tank top, flashing those abs that turn my brain to static, and says,
"Let's skip the showers here. Come to my place instead."
I blink, stunned. Your place? My voice wavers, cracking at the edges. I wasn't planning to shower at the gym anyway. Too self-conscious, too aware of the jocks strutting around the lockers, like it's no big deal. But I hadn't expected this detour. I'd figured I'd just head home, rinse off in peace. Now, though? Surprise and a flicker of excitement jolt through me at his invitation. He grins, that lopsided smile that unravels me every time.
"Yay, it's close. You'll see."
We leave the gym's clamor behind, cutting across campus toward his spot. A granny flat, a snug little studio tacked onto someone's house. It's tucked away, shielded by a dense row of trees, and a weathered wooden fence. Private, a bedroom, a kitchenette, a bathroom, his own small universe. My heart's pounding as we walk, our hands brushing accidentally every few steps. His knuckles graze mine, pull back, then find me again. It's not accidental. I know it, and the realization sends a shiver up my spine. The campus fades around us, fewer students dotting the paths, and Ryan's voice softens like he's letting me in on something fragile.
"I've been so happy all week, Luke. Since Sunday, waking up with you, knowing we're solid. I couldn't wait for this. Almost 2 years I've been waiting, dreaming of days like this."
His words hit me square in the chest, and I feel the weight of them, the quiet thrill of being wanted that much. I feel my face splitting into a grin I can't control. I've been so excited. Couldn't sleep Monday, couldn't focus Tuesday, all I thought about was you. I kept replaying Sunday night, your hands, your voice, everything. My body's been reacting to you all day, right now even. He laughs, rich and warm, a sound that wraps around me like a hug.
"Same here. Haha, guess you noticed."
I nod. Yeah, hard not to. We crack up, the tension melting away, and he pulls me into a quick hug. Teammate style, firm and casual. A clap on the back. But I know the truth. It's love. Pure and real. We turn down his quiet street, the sun dipping low, casting long shadows, and I say, I'm so happy. Every moment with you is perfect. I keep pinching myself, wondering how I got this lucky. He smiles, eyes soft, slowing his pace. I get nervous as we near his place, the little cottage peeking through the greenery. Are the people okay with visitors? I ask, fidgeting with my sleeve. He chuckles.
"Relax, it's hidden. No one cares. The landlords barely notice."
It's tucked away, private as a secret. And before he unlocks the door, he kisses me, quick, soft, electric. His lips warm against mine, and my knees buckle, nearly sending me tumbling into the bushes. Inside, Ryan strips off his tank top, tossing it onto a chair, shorts dropping next, leaving him in tight briefs that hug everything. I can't stop staring. His body's a masterpiece, broad chest heaving from the workout, rippling abs glistening with sweat. He peels off the briefs, slow and deliberate. He notices I'm still dressed, frozen by the door, and smirks.
"What's up?"
He asks. I thought I'd shower. Shower next, I stammer. He laughs, low and teasing, stepping closer.
"Oh no, Lukey babe, you're showering with me."
My heart leaps, pounding against my ribs as he tugs off my shirt, my pants, my boxers, his hands quick but gentle. Soon we're both naked, skin prickling in the warm air, stepping into his tiny bathroom where steam's already rising from the shower, fogging the mirror. The shower's cramped, hot water cascading over us, turning the air thick and heavy. Ryan reaches for the shampoo, his movements deliberate yet soft, and I feel the gentle press of his fingers as he starts washing my back. His hands move with tenderness, gliding over my skin in slow, careful strokes, as if I'm something precious, something that means the world to him. The love in his touch is palpable, a quiet reverence that makes my chest tighten. Then he moves to my hair, massaging my scalp with the same care, fingers threading through the strands, working the lather in with a rhythm that feels like a caress. It's intimate, overwhelming, his love pouring into every motion, every press of his fingertips. I sense the tenderness, the caring, and it's wonderful. A swell of joy and appreciation rises in me, almost emotional, threatening to spill over as I lean into his touch, feeling utterly cherished. Then Ryan turns me around, smiling at me, our faces so close the water flows over us both, warm and steady. His eyes shine with happiness as he starts washing my chest, hands slick with soap, tracing my skin with that same gentle devotion. He looks so happy, so in love, and then he leans in and kisses me, soft at first. His hands roam lower, soap-sleek fingers sliding over my ribs, down my sides, leaving trails of suds. I gasp loudly as he presses against me, my body trembling as pleasure sparks through me like lightning, electric and wild.
"You're so beautiful,"
he murmurs against my lips, his voice husky, and I'm gone, lost in the heat of him, the water, the moment, carried away by the tenderness and passion woven into every touch, every kiss. Water streams over us, slicking our skin, plastering my dark hair to my forehead, but I barely feel it. Only him, his whole body tensing, he desperately utters my name.
"Luke."
We stumble out, still wet. Summer heat makes it fine, the air warm against our dripping skin, and crash onto his bed, sheets tangling beneath us. Desperate for more, on the sheets, he pulls me close, kissing me hard. The world narrows to this, the heat, the taste, the sound of our shared desperation driving us both toward the brink. And knowing we're this close, sharing this, it's everything I've ever dreamed of. My heart swells, tears pricking my eyes from the sheer joy, and I cling to him, trembling with the intensity. Our breaths slow, our bodies pressed together. I've never felt so alive, so connected, and as I hold him, I know this is where I belong. We shower again, quick and laughing, water washing away the evidence, but not the feeling that hums between us. Back on the bed, still damp, sheets clinging to our skin, I trace his chest with my fingers, marveling at the rise and fall of his breath. Emma told me about the team, I say, voice soft. All that drama. He shrugs, one arm behind his head.
"Guess gossip spreads fast."
I ask, how'd you get into football? My curiosity spilling out. He softens, eyes distant, staring at the ceiling.
"Dad left when I was 5. Mom struggled, couldn't pay rent, couldn't keep up. We moved in with my grandparents, this little house in the suburbs. Grandpa was dad to me. He was a teacher and football coach back in his day. Started tossing a ball with me early, just in the backyard. Later on, trained me up, drills and all. He passed a few years ago, heart attack, sudden. Now Mom and Grandma share that same little house, keeping it going.
I'm touched deep, my heart aching and swelling for him, imagining a little Ryan running around with a football. That's beautiful, I whisper, reaching for his hand, squeezing it. I take an Uber home and I'm glowing like a star, the whole ride, replaying every touch, every word. At dinner with Mom, Dad, and Ellie, I'm chattier than ever. Buzzing from the day, words tumbling out about random stuff, art class, the weather, anything. They ask, "How did training with Ryan go?" And I freeze, suddenly shy. "It was good," I mumble, withdrawing fast, poking at my mashed potatoes. They glance at each other, subtle. A quick look I catch from the corner of my eye, and I see it. They're puzzled, maybe suspecting. Something's up. Ellie pipes up, fork in hand. So why's Luke friends with Ryan now? All innocent curiosity. My stomach twists tight. Dad jumps in. "Because Ryan's great at exercise, sweetie. He's perfect to show Luke how it's done. It's simple, tailored for her 8-year-old mind. But I sense it. Dad's onto something. His tone too measured. His eyes lingering on me, a beat too long. Mom nods, but her smile's tight. I go to bed happy, but worried. The family doesn't know yet, except Bobby and Sally, and that uncertainty gnaws at me. Ryan texts, "Miss you already, babe." I text back, "Me too." Emma texts, "Spill," I tell her. So happy. And drift off, heart full, but restless. Thursday morning, I'm half asleep, tangled in my sheets, when my phone buzzes loud, jolting me awake. It's Bobby. "Luke, get over here now. Big trouble with Ryan." I bolt out of bed, throwing on jeans and a hoodie, rushing to his small off-campus apartment. He's pacing when I burst in, hair a mess, phone in hand. "Chef followed you guys last night. Snuck into Ryan's yard, took a photo of you kissing outside the door, posted it on social media, Twitter, Insta, everywhere, then sent it to Ryan, taunting him. Ryan lost it. He went to Jeff's dorm late last night. Fight broke out. Ryan threw the first punch. Jeff's in the hospital with a busted collarbone, all swollen and bruised. Coach and the board might kick Ryan off the team over this." I'm stunned, my knees buckling as I slump onto his couch. "He was provoked," I yell, voice cracking with panic. Bobby nods, grim, running a hand through his hair. "Yeah, but Ryan should not have punched him. Now Jeff's parents are threatening legal action. And the damn picture, it's everywhere, viral. Hundreds of likes, retweets, comments, and more. Jeff saw Dad at his clinic today. Didn't know he's our dad. He's one of Dad's orthopedic patients, there for his shoulder or something. Told him everything during the checkup. Called Ryan a faggot, bragged about the fight. Ted called me, not sounding very happy. I didn't want him to go search the info online, so I told him, better if it comes from me, about you and Ryan." I bury my face in my hands. That's not how I wanted them to find out. I groan, shame and fear choking me. Bobby sighs, sitting beside me. Expect a call from Dad. He's pissed, but mostly confused. He leaves for class, clapping my back, but I skip mine. Rushing to Ryan's, my mind a storm of dread and desperation. Ryan's on his little deck, sun warming his face, sitting in a rickety chair with a coffee mug, looking serious but calm, like he's already accepted the worst. He smiles when he sees me. That familiar light breaking through his gloom, and I rush out. "Bobby told me everything," my voice shaking. He pulls me close, arms steady around me, tugging me onto the chair beside him.
"Relax, babe,"
he says, voice even. I fret. "What if you lose your scholarship?" He shrugs, sipping his coffee.
"Guess I'd go back to McDonald's or take up a construction job."
I object. "But physiotherapy, your final year." I cry, tears sting my eyes. Hot and messy, a flood of salt and sorrow spilling down my cheeks, streaking my face as I collapse onto Ryan's rickety deck chair. The wood groans under me, splintered and worn. The sun beats down, searing my skin, warming my face with its relentless golden blaze. But it's useless against the ice in my chest. It's a cold, jagged ache, a frozen blade twisting deep, gnawing at my ribs, clawing at my heart until I can barely breathe.
I can't without the money,
He says, his voice low, steady, a gravelly rumble that cuts through the haze. It's like he's already given up, surrendered to the crushing weight of it all. Jeff's betrayal, the team's rejection, the dreams slipping through his fingers like sand. Then he pauses, his breath catching, and adds,
So, if you don't mind dating a construction worker, I'm still here for you.
His words hit me like a punch, and I shake my head. Frantic, wild, my hair flops into my eyes, damp strands sticking to the wet, sticky trails of tears on my face, clinging to my lashes. That's not happening, I shout, my voice breaking, raw and ragged. I don't give an F what you do for a living. I'll never let you go, no matter what you do. But I don't want you losing your dream. Your dream, Ryan. My fingers tremble, shaky and weak, as I cling to his hand, gripping it like it's my last tether to sanity. His calluses scrape against my skin, rough and real, grounding me even as my heart races. It's pounding, hammering, a frantic drumbeat thundering in my chest like it's trying to burst free and scream at the world, at Jeff, at everything trying to tear us apart. The deck reeks of salt and weathered wood, a briny tang that mixes with the ocean breeze, tugging at my hoodie, whipping it against my body. I look at him, really look at him, and my breath catches, sharp and painful. Ryan's sitting there, his hand wrapped around a chipped mug, steam curling up in lazy tendrils. His blonde hair catches the sunlight, glowing like a goddamn halo, strands glinting gold and copper, tousled by the wind. His blue eyes, those eyes, are soft but steady, unyielding, piercing through me like they always do, like they see every crack in my soul and refuse to look away. He's beautiful. Even now, with the wreckage of everything, Jeff's slimy lies, the team cutting him loose, that humiliating photo splashed across the internet like a scarlet letter, he's still my unshakable rock in this storm. My chest tightens. It's a brutal, twisted knot of love and dread, coiling tighter, squeezing my lungs until I can barely breathe. I slide closer, the chair creaking and wobbling under my weight, threatening to collapse, and I don't care. I can't care. Ryan, I whisper, my voice cracking, raw and guttural, scraped from the depths of me. I can't lose you. Not after Sunday, not after yesterday, not today. Not after fantasizing about you for an entire year. None of it. Not 1 second. He sets the mug down on the weathered table, the clink sharp and jarring in the stillness, a gunshot in the quiet. He turns to me, his hand finding mine again, warm and sure, his fingers interlocking with mine like they were made to fit.
Babe,
He says, his voice a low growl, rough with emotion, his thumb brushing over my knuckles, slow and tender, tracing the ridges of my skin. His touch is warm, electric, a jolt that zaps through me, sending little shivers racing up my arm. I feel it. The pull, the desperate aching need to be closer, to crawl inside him and never let go. I lean in, my forehead pressing against his, the heat of his skin searing mine, our breaths mingling in the tight, trembling space between us. He smells like coffee, bitter and rich, mixed with sweat, and him, that musky, earthy scent, raw and masculine, that's been driving me wild since that night in the cabana when he pinned me down. I mean it, I murmur, my lips so close I can feel the heat radiating off him, taste the edge of his breath. You're everything to me. Every goddamn thing. His eyes flutter shut, lashes glinting gold in the light, long and thick, and he exhales. A shaky, ragged breath that trembles against my mouth like my words have punched him straight in the gut, deep in his core. Then he moves, just a fraction, tilting his head, and his lips brush mine. It's soft. At first, tentative, a featherlight graze that sends a shockwave through me, testing if this is okay, if I'll let him in. My heart leaps, screaming yes. Before my brain can catch up, a primal shout that echoes in my skull. I press back, kissing him harder, fiercer, my hands sliding up to his face, cupping his jaw with a desperate grip. His stubble scrapes under my palms, coarse and prickly, and I love it. The roughness, the raw untamed feel of him against my skin. The kiss deepens, slow and sweet at first, then hungry, parting my lips, tasting the bitter bite of coffee and the heady, intoxicating essence of him. It's like the world dissolves, Jeff's lies, the team's bullshit, that cursed photo that's burned into my nightmares. All gone. Obliterated. It's just us here on this creaking deck in the early morning sun, painting the sky in streaks of orange and gold, bathing everything in a molten glow that makes him look like an angel. My hands move frantic, desperate, clawing at him, sliding down his neck, over the thick cords of muscle there, then across his shoulders, tracing the hard lines of his body under his shirt. His pecs flex under my touch, firm and unyielding, his biceps straining as he shifts closer. He groans softly into my mouth, a low guttural sound that vibrates through me, rattling my bones, igniting every nerve until I'm buzzing, burning. He pulls me closer, one arm wrapping around my waist, his grip iron-tight, possessive, hauling me against him. I'm half in his lap now, straddling one thick thigh, the chair wobbling precariously, creaking like it's about to snap, but I don't care. I need him, more than air, more than anything. His body presses into mine, solid and warm, a wall of muscle and heat, his chest heaving against me. We're making out now, full on. I'm dizzy spinning, lost in it, his heat, his strength, the way he holds me like I'm his lifeline too, every touch a silent, searing vow. My hands claw at his shirt, yanking it up, exposing the taut planes of his abs, glistening with sweat, and I drag my nails down his skin, leaving red trails. He growls, deep and animalistic, trembling, kissing him like it's the last thing I'll ever do, and it's perfect. It's everything, here on this deck as the sun bleeds into the horizon. A deliberate, exaggerated cough rips Ryan and me out of our haze, lips still smashed together, wet and swollen, my hands clawing at his shirt, his gripping my hips tight against the splintered railing. I jolt, like I've been electrocuted, cheeks blazing red hot. I twist fast as Ryan's arm lingers around me, warm and possessive. We whip around to see Bobby. Sneakers scuffing the deck, frozen mid-step, sweat beads on his forehead from his jog, dripping down his temples, and a goofy grin spreads across his face like he's just won the lottery. Well, damn, boys, he says, crossing his arms, leaning back with a cackle. Even with Jeff's bullshit and Ryan getting axed from the team, you two can't keep your hands or your off each other. What's next? A wedding on the field with the crowd cheering? He waggles his eyebrows, nodding at my poorly hidden. Nice work, man. I approve. Let it fly, huh? I groan loud and mortified, shoving my hair back with sweaty palms, my face a furnace. Ryan chuckles, flustered for once, his cheeks pink as he wipes his mouth with the back of his hand, smearing spit across his stubble like we weren't just caught balls deep in each other.
Bobby, your timing's a fucking gift,
he says, voice rough and hoarse from kissing, but he recovers fast, flashing that easy, confident grin.
Guess you got a front row seat to the show. Hope you enjoyed it.
Bobby steps closer, smirking wider, unfazed. Oh, I did. But I'm also here with bad news. Coach called. You're off the team, man. Jeff's not pressing charges if you're out. His slimy buddies worked some backroom deal. Coach says you're too divisive now. Old gay drama kicking up dust again. Too much hassle. I protest. He was provoked, Bobby. My fist slams the table, knuckles stinging, coffee sloshing over the rim, splashing dark and hot across the wood. My dick's still half hard, pulsing under my hoodie, and I shift awkwardly, praying Bobby doesn't notice it twitch. He nods, grim, but amused. Yeah, fists don't win arguments with the board, though. Hey, if aimed at Jeff's face, they got my approval, but I ain't on the board. I mean, I wish I was there to see it. He chuckles. Brian shrugs, calm as ever despite the flush still creeping up his neck, sipping what's left of his coffee like it's no big deal.
It's okay, can't afford lawyers anyway.
Bobby's face tightens, his grin fading. More bad news. Dad's expecting you both tonight. Called me after Jeff's little visit demanding answers. He's got questions, Luke, and he's pissed. I groan louder, a guttural sound that rumbles up from my chest, my stomach twisting into knots, the erection finally dying under the weight of dread. Mom and Dad do serious talks together. They'll both be there, waiting like goddamn interrogators. Ryan sets his mug down with a sharp clink, his hand sliding to mine, warm and steady, fingers lacing through mine with that unshakable grip.
We'll go, it's fine,
He says, his voice smooth despite the faint hitch, eyes locking on mine with that quiet fire I love.
We've got this, Luke. Parents, boners, all of it.
He winks, a little flustered but owning it, and I cling. To that confidence, that heat, even as fear claws, sharp, cold, sinking into my bones.
And that's episode 4, folks. What a wild ride. Passion, betrayal, and a whole lot of drama. If you loved Luke and Ryan's steamy first date turning into a full-on crisis, smash that like button to let us know. Drop a comment below. Tell us what you think about Jeff's sneaky move and Ryan getting kicked off the team. Haven't subscribed yet? Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a single second of what's coming next. This story's just heating up. Share this with your friends because, trust me, they'll want in on this roller coaster. What do Luke's parents really suspect? And will they accept him and Ryan when they face off tonight? Can Ryan fight his way back onto the team? Or is his physiotherapy dream toast? How will Luke handle being outed to the whole world? And what's Jeff's next play with that photo going viral? Will this beautiful love survive the storm, or is it about to crash and burn? Your guesses are as good as ours. Drop them in the comments, and we'll see you in episode 5. Stay tuned, because the fallout's only beginning.